Ooh. All right. I guess it's going. Oh. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Come here. Luna, come here. What's up, man? How's it going? The streaming begins again. I'm back in town finally. Come here, Luna. How have you been? It's been a while. Come here, cat. Come on camera. She's a little camera shy. Stream. What's up, Vegas? How's it going, buddy? So I'm a little bit tired. Just played some volleyball. So a little bit, what? Hey, don't bite that. It's not food. Stop it. Okay. Minecraft live starts in 45 minutes? What's that? Like a live stream? Been pretty good. Good. Glad to hear it. Been doing a little 3D block editor. Or how I call it, Blender, but simple. Finally got rotation, phase, points editing since this morning. How have you been? I've been good. Went on a trip. Just got back a couple days ago. Have you ever heard of you know that guy Kenny? He has like a editor tool thing. Kenny NL? It sounds very similar to what you're describing. Asset Forge. Create 3D models using blocks. What you're building sounds similar to that. Asset Forge Deluxe. It looks nice though. I like this art style as well. Kind of like gummy looking. Minecraft Live is where they announce the next major updates. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. And because we do little Saxon inspired projects, we need simple structured with clean lines. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do like clean lines though. You should take a look at his tool though. It might be kind of what you're looking for. Oh, okay. Sounds like you're all set then. Yeah, these mint Bolanos. So good. I'm only gonna get one more though. Uno mas. I actually don't really know what to work on today. I might do multi-tile housing objects next. Might be a little bit of research though. I might need to look at how I need to add tile colliders that can do multiple tiles for the house. So I don't remember how I did that. I know I don't have it implemented. I just I'm not sure. I don't remember how I actually did it. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll look at this at first, and then we'll I might work on wands a little bit too. One of these two. Let me be right back. I'm gonna get some water and put these cookies away so I don't eat them all and get sick. And then we'll jump in. Give me 1 second. All right. Oh, let's go look. Housing area. Housing. Housing. I had a package for this. Maybe it's just all right here though. What is this function? Oh, this is taking from equipment and placing it down. Okay. This deconstructs it. There must be a function that I call here, which is like place object, but take house, floor, or block. I don't know. This one's for storage chests. For deconstructing, the UI is going to be a little bit different too. I guess if you click on a tile, you just remove whatever objects on it. That makes sense. Oh, let's do music. Spotify. Might be a little loud. Let's leave it there. All right. Execute edit. This is the full action. Edit returns true. This is supposed to be a period. Returns true if succeeded. This function will either completely succeed or completely fail. Bum, bum, bum. Add floor, add block. I mean, I must do some kind of collision check to make sure you can place it. It might be this though. Let's read through this. Sorry, this has just been some code that I wrote a long time ago. Really not that long ago, but I've forgotten how it works. Takes from the equipment primary slot and puts whatever it fits. Puts wherever it fits into the inventory. Okay. What does this have to do with infinite val? Okay. I'm just confused on why I'm like, this doesn't modify the house at all. So I think how it must work is this gets used. Yeah, so this just checks to see that you can do the move, and then if you're able to, you'll just set the block. Requested block, that's what we're putting there. Okay. Replace storage block. This is if a block has storage, we need to update that. Bum, 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 bum. And the current block needs to be item type none. So this needs to be extended to check the What is this? Oh, this is a dense array, a 2D array. I mean, the problem I have though is this. Where's my? Let's go and wipe this. The problem I have is this. If you place down a block, the block gets put here. But let's say I wanted to extend to be a 2x2. Like, I need somehow to indicate that these are also blocked. Maybe this is just a bad data structure to do. Thank you, TSB, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Sorry, my cats are going at it. Let me be right back. All right. But yeah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right. This sort of structure is super nice, but it doesn't lend well to multi-tile objects. But it is really nice. The only thing I can think of is instead of checking individual ones, I'd have to loop through all of the tiles, all of the block tiles, find out what's placed there, check the collider for it, and see if it blocks that area. But then you have this additional problem where houses are chunked. It's not 5 by 5, but let's say that there's another chunk up here. And someone places one there. And they would assume all of these get placed as well. If it's a 2 by 2. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. I mean, this is all for like the pet yard. But I feel like it'd be nice to have like chests that take up 2 by 1 or something like that. So I don't know. I wish I just thought through this better when I first implemented. I even knew that this was going to be a problem where I'd want to have multi-tile houses, multi-tile blocks. I should have just added support for them at the time. For floor tiles, for floor tiles, I feel like it will always be a grid. But for blocks, it's more sparse, I guess. So this might be easily replaced to just be a list of items and positions that the items are at. I mean, technically I can kind of do that here. I just go through the 2D array. Let's see where we use this. There's a serialization code. This is for all blocks. What is this? Get block. That gets us a block at a location. That would be okay, I think. Because it would still have the same location. It's just that the collider expands. Let's see this one. Force execute edit. This is the client confirmation part of the edit. Oh. This is just after the edit was confirmed successful. We just execute it. So this is actually pretty valid because there's no validation. There's no collision checking we have to do here. This one, however, we do have to do a collision check. And this is kind of the collision check. The problem is we can't just say like, oh, we'll look up one chunk. We have to loop through every single chunk. Because if we want to place a block here, we need to find this chunk, find this block that's placed in that chunk, realize that the collider is 2 by 2 and that it overlaps this spot. Luckily, this doesn't have to be super efficient, but it would be nice for it to be easy to write. Yeah, and then this one's just executing it, so that's okay, because we only did the validation. There's the default housing blocks. I'm trying to think of how I can simplify this. You could think of it as a dense array, but then just have a secondary struct, I guess, that this gets built into. We should have the position, or technically it's called the location. We could keep this pair in a list. And then whenever you place a block, instead of checking this, you would just check this. But isn't that just the same as looping through these anyways? Like, am I really gaining all that much? Because then you have to get the item. You have to see what... You have to see what collider it has. And then you need to check if it collides. For every single block. I don't love it, but it does work, I think. Let me logic through this. If current block is not equal to none, which means we're placing an item there. And bum 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 bum. So if the current block that's there is something, and the requested block is also something, Oh, and we can't swap out an individual block. So if they're both something, we can't swap it. But otherwise, we're allowed to do it. What's up, Jen? How's it going? It's good to be back. It's good to be back in the US, the US of A. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, this is kind of the collision check, but it's not really. Bum, 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 bum. I actually think this stuff is all okay. What's up, Harry? How's it going? What's up, bro? How you doing? I think all I need to do is just loop through every single block that's placed in the house and just make sure we're not going to collide. Dun, dun, dun. This is a rare enough operation where it's not that big of a deal, but what's up? What's up? How's it feel to be back? Super good. It's nice to like be in your own home, and I was gone for a while. I was gone for like 10 days and traveling sucked, so nice to be back in my bed, take a shower every day, all that stuff. Not be out in the woods. Did you only sleep in tents? Mostly, yeah. Mostly it was tent camping. And then like during travels, there was some hotels we'd stay at and stuff like that, but mostly tents, yeah. So you just build up some grime, you know? But it was fun. What are we doing today? Working on the housing stuff. I was trying to add multi-tile housing block objects. Now just kind of thinking through how to best do that. There's kind of two sides of it. When someone clicks on one to remove, they have to detect that. So there's just gonna have to be some logic that's like loop through all the blocks and find the one that's at this location, if any. It is kind of weird though, because I'm placing down a block with like unknown radius. I mean, it's known, but it's not like super obvious. But I'm placing one down. I need to find every tile that's going to impact and make sure it doesn't overlap with anything else that's already been placed. And I think I just have to do that here. And at that point, I think it's just a user interface for players. And I'll probably just client-side check everything so it's not... I mean, obviously the server is going to enforce it, but that way I'm not sending a bunch of requests to the server that fail because I'll just have the client check because the client's going to know if it's going to succeed or not. I think this will work. And I think it's going to be efficient enough. Houses aren't that big to where it's going to be that big of a deal. So, and if I want to change the data structure in the future, I can. I just don't think this is going to be that big of a deal. Housing blocks don't get placed that frequently. You can kind of only place like one every 500 milliseconds or something. So you can't really rapid fire do it that easily. All right. I guess let's add that. We don't have any multi-tile blocks yet, but we'll add this first and then we'll add that second. I am going to push this into a different function though. But this is going to be implemented on the player house data. Calculate upgrade level, check if house has block type. Check house collision. Trying to think of what this would take. This is a type, location. Just asking, are you in need of a video editor? I don't have the funds to pay for a video editor, so I don't really enjoy editing videos that much, to be honest. But I don't really want to pay for one, I guess. I don't know if that answers your question. So I'm not really looking for one, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. Block location. So replacing, like the question is replacing this block type. I'm gonna say check house block collision. So it's replacing this location, replacing this block type. We need to check to see if it collides with anything else in the house. And before that was implicit because everything was a single block, was a single location. But now it's not. So we have to actually verify it. The dot check house block collision action dot location and action dot destination type. That's the block we're requesting to place at this location. This needs to return a bool. I can't remember how I usually do this. If I return true if it collides or if there is no collision. I'm gonna say true if there is. I'm gonna say check house block collides. then if we collide, I want to do an error message here. What is this? Oh, okay. We'll shoot an error and then we'll say, we'll do check house block collides, check failed. I mostly just want something to find in here. Like I just want an error message, so if I see an error, I can just easily figure out that there's a bug here. I'm trying to think of the logic here. If I place a none block, if I place a none block, then we don't want to check for collisions, I think. If we place a none block, then we can't collide. Because we're likely removing the block at that location. Because what it'll be is I only place the object down for one location. And it's just that there's going to be a collider that gets associated to that location. Okay. Now, block type. We need to look at the block config for the item to find its collider. I'm always like not sure what to put here for returning, because it's like if it doesn't have a block config, it's like an error, but it technically isn't colliding with anything. Well, I guess this would fail up here, so it'd be okay. I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. I guess I could return an error. Yeah, whatever. All right, 12-hour block config. We'll have to look up the collider. Let's just write down notes of what we need to do. Look up collider. Map collider to location to find the the potential overlaps, or like the placed collider, I'll call it. And then we'll do loop through all player house data blocks, and yeah, this is gonna be awkward because of the chunking thing. I mean, what I need to do here though is I need to loop through all the player house data blocks and ensure there's no. The downside is chunks aren't really, what's it called? Chunks have no like guaranteed spatial location for them. Like right now there's 4 chunks. Like I could move this chunk over to here pretty easily. So then if you have a collider that's like spans this, now this thing's like dangling off the edge because there's no enforcement. So like I guess what I could do is I could make these could just never cross boundaries, but that kind of breaks the immersion a lot. Do 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 do. Oops. It's kind of awkward. I really don't want to lock down these though. I'm trying to remember how I even do this. I think I just have a lookup table that's like chunk index, and then it has a position that's associated to it. Let's look. Chunk index, chunk index. Yeah, then to have these get placed. They're just I vectors, integer vectors. Huh. Like this is where I could just change this one to be like 3 or something. I can just like swap these around. But that would break like every single collider. Or it wouldn't break them, it would just be that they'd be overlapping. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. But it does make the looping through these much more complicated. Because I think I'm pretty sure how I do location, the location value is I do index, which is the chunk index. And then I have a pair, which is the XY. And I think I have this like super compressed. Like now, I'm not remembering. Yeah, I pack in the X and Y position in this grid into one UN8, I think. And then chunk index is also UN8, so it's 16 bits for every location. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's not super flexible. Trying to think of what the best way is to work around this, or if I should rewrite something, or if this is that important of a feature. What is this, a map? Yeah. I mean, I guess it'll be fairly static. Like, I guess there's no real reason for me to change it. So it's just, and then it's just the extra complicatedness of looking this part up, which really isn't that bad. It's just a little bit confusing. You basically just have to find whatever the offset this is going to be. Like, I need to have some way to convert it to an absolute, I think. Yeah, I find the offset here, and then I just add it to whatever tile position it's at, I guess. So it's really not that complicated. I mean, I must do this for placing the blocks, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. The only downside is if I move it around, you kind of get screwed, but I don't really see myself, I don't really foresee myself doing that. So. Yes, I think what it'll be is I'll just find whatever offset this is. Each of these has an offset down here, which is this tile, from the starting point, which is all the way bottom left. And if this one's like 0, 1, 1, and the collider goes to 2, 2, it'll just be this offset plus this will be the absolute position that the tile colliders are on. I could also build a local lookup map where every single tile I store the position of where the source block is that has the collider for it, if any. That's just more efficient than this, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have a strategy for this now. Okay, we'll do that. House block config. Object change, entity change. What's an object type? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's for walls that tile together. Entity change, crafting. This is the config stuff. Upgrade config. And then slots. What's up, Gopher? How's it going? How you doing? Excellent. Nice. We'll do a collider. I think I'm just gonna do tile.rect. Oops. My typing skills have decreased. We'll say if I guess everything's 1-1 minimum. Now the question is, how do I want to handle anchoring? I might always anchor to the bottom left. Just because midpoint anchoring is kind of a pain sometimes. Like if this is the anchor, a 2x2 would be this. A 3x3 would be that. But if you did middle anchoring, then this one would be there, but then this one's here for the 3x3. But then a 4x4 would be like there or there. It's not really clear like which one it should be. So I think I'm just gonna do this. Then I don't have to store a rectangle. All I have to do is store a an IVEC2, which is the width and the height. Got some troubles with NFS. Do you believe in better 4K performance of ISCSI? I don't know what ISCSI is, I guess. I'm not sure. I've never had to deal with that before. Was it ISCSI? Yeah, I'm not familiar with this at all. Block level storage. Internet small computer system interfaces. I think for my NAS I use like a Samba share or whatever. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this at all. And it works fine. But I don't really stress mine that much. The most I do on it is video editing. And like when I record streams, they record to it, so. Yeah. Very common protocol to take NAS and storage for virtual machines and create virtual disks there. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I don't do that stuff that frequently, but. Yeah, so we'll do left corner anchoring and then we'll add the width to it. So that'll be a 2x2. This will be a 3x3, and this is a 4x4. That works. So we'll build a rectangle though. I wonder if I have IVEC. I wonder if I have iRect here. I'm just gonna use tile rectangle because they're technically tiled, but this isn't exactly what the type I should have. Min is going to be I need to make a function that gives me converts a location to absolute, like an absolute position. And then max is going to be, we'll just do this. We'll say, I might just do a tile position, since I'm already in the tile world anyways. Anchor pause dot add block config dot collider size. We'll do that. All right, block location now needs to have this new function. Okay, and this is going to be tile.position, turn x, y, lock.index, x, y, and then we need to find the chunk index has chunk index.get brick lock.chunk index.get. I mean, like, do I return a I guess a bool? I don't know. We'll just fail out there. Then we have this chunk config, which I think I can just call offset on. Like, I think this has a function offset, yeah, which returns a tile position. Chunk position.x times, yeah, okay. Hold on. Chunk tile size, which is the size of each chunk, which will probably never change. And then that's like how many chunks it's shifted. Okay, that works. X and Y, okay, cool. Chunk offset equals chunk config dot offset. These are oh, it's an int. I'll just do pause is this. Pause true. Okay, that'll be the absolute position. I might just call this tile position. I'm gonna stick with absolute just because the chunk index is kind of a confusing bit. So we'll do that. So let's see what we do here. We get the chunk config, we find the offset of the chunk config, then we add the local chunk position to the chunk offset, which gives us the absolute position. X, X, Y, Y, okay. Absolute position. The problem is that like I'm having these things that are failure cases getting muddled with if it's colliding or not. Where like I feel like if there's a failure case, I want to just think it's. I'm gonna return an error. Should have had result option T right now. I know. It just feels stupid to return a like optional Boolean, but I don't know, it's whatever. I'll just return an error. What's up, Major? How's it going? I'll just say invalid block config. Failed to find absolute location. I'm gonna remove since I'm returning errors, I don't really feel like I need to have comments about it as well. All right, and then we have what? Our rectangle. So we have the anchor position, and then we have the width added to that. And what is this, a tile position? This should work, right? Yeah. I actually don't know, because this is not let's do collider. Is this. All right, now we have the collider for the block that we're placing. That's that one. I'll just throw this up here. Map collider to location and find the placed collider. I guess we've already done that. Yeah, because one was getting the collider and one was adding it to the, so this is, I guess, here. I'll just call this like get. Get the collider. And we'll loop through all of the block, all the player house data blocks and ensure there's no collisions. All right. I know for each chunk I have a all blocks function. I think for this, I'm gonna add an all blocks as well. I don't remember what this needs to be, but I kind of lost. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this whole thing. Hold on here. Absolute position. Yeah, It might be kind of like, this is what I ultimately want to return, is all of the tile positions and then all of the blocks that are at those tile positions. It's just a matter of how I want to convert the local chunk tile position to the absolute. Like, it's not like super complicated, but It's essentially do this, then loop through this, and then add this value to this value. Also, I think this can simplify because I'm pretty sure this is the top position, right? Yeah. I'll just leave it like that. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So this will be something like this. It's going to be for I in range d.chunks. d.chunks I. TP block type. So we have IDX dot we'll get the chunk config. That's always an awkward thing. I think I'm just gonna continue here. Because it's like you've gotten an index that doesn't have a chunk config, so we can't really like find that. It's clearly like an invalid case, which shouldn't really happen, but so we'll just skip it, I guess. Yeah, then we have chunk config.offset that we'll get, which is the thing we need to add to all of the tile positions here. Okay, chunk offset.add TP. We have that, and then we have block type, which is also what we'll yield on. TP, block type. Oh wait, sorry, this is pause. We'll call that absolute position. Okay. I think that's it. Is that it? We'll loop through all the chunks. For each chunk, we get the chunk offset, and then we loop through all of the blocks in that chunk. And for each block, we add the chunk offset to that block to find the absolute position. And then yeah, then we return that and the block type. Okay. I'll say all blocks absolute. Just so I know it's the absolute positioned. Games have a lot of reference frames. It gets kind of complicated. Okay. I guess that works though. Now we can go back to our original function, like 5 hours deep, or like an hour ago that we started. And yeah, check if we can collide. Okay, D dot all blocks absolute for IDX and block type in range for our iterator, which goes over all the blocks. And we pretty much just need to check to see if, oh no, this isn't an IDX. This is a position. I'll call it tile pause. We basically want to check to see if this tile position, oh wait, hold on. If this tile position's inside of this collider, that's a bad thing. But we also need to look up the collider. Like we need to find the collider for this block. I actually F something up with NFS. I get like 250 IOPS on a 2.5 gigabit connection. It's abysmal. 50 times faster on my benchmark. They should be close to each other in most cases. Yeah, it's always a pain figuring that stuff out. There's like a lot of settings, a lot of things that could be misconfigured, or a lot of like, there's just a lot of weirdness with networking stuff in general. Even with sync on, it shouldn't be that terrible. Yeah, agreed. I don't know what I call this block config. Return continue. We'll call it existing block config. What's up, Trunks? I know. Life is so tough as a kitten. You just lounge around all day while the rest of us work and feed you. Attention, please. I require petting. I wish you guys could see his face when I pet him like this. His eyes just like, there's like these white things in cat eyes that like, and his eyes just like roll back. It's the funniest thing. He is a good boy. I'll just use the word existing for all these. Min is going to be the... We did left anchor points. Good. So we'll add the, we'll just build a rectangle out of that collider width and height and the position. Then we just need to check to see if these two rectangles overlap, which I don't know if I have a function for actually. I do, it's called intersects. If collider.intersects existing collider, then that is bad. Return true, nil. Return false, nil. No collisions found. Okay, so then we'll just return true on the very first collision we found. There really should only be one, but I'm not going to verify that because it's kind of invariant, I guess, because of this function. But hopefully we never break that constraint. All right, who uses this? This was our other function. We can get rid of that to do now. As collision, error, if, as collision. I'm gonna make a different if error, not equal to nil. We'll still return false, but we'll just do error. Dot error, oops, dot error, oops, dot error, oops, dot error, error, dot message. We'll just spit out that error. I'm gonna fetch a cat now. Cats are fun. They just like do things. I don't know. It's hard to explain. They just like do weird stuff. It was a pleasure to watch them do weird stuff. But he knows it's almost 2, so he's waiting for wet food now. That's why he's here, getting all cuddly. Just in case you forgot, it's getting about that time today. Mm-hmm. Do. Love messing up their hair. Other cats here too now. See what I gotta deal with? How do you type like this? I'll have to make a housing block that takes multiple tiles and then check to see if it gets placed or not. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, Cranberry? How's it going? The orange boy. The orange boy's out and about. Doing orange cat things. He's checking if you coded well. That explains why he still looks so disappointed. He knows I don't code well. Don't you, buddy? You know I don't code well. You know I code just good enough. Do, 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 do. Look at the new chests. Oh, hold on. Also, I moved the housing area. It's like right here now. Storage chests. All right, pretty nice, huh? All right, let's do this. We'll do, I guess you guys can look at me now. I need to make an object that has a multiple tile collider, I guess. Let's just do that. I just don't know what to make. I know I eventually want to have like maybe larger chests, maybe larger furnaces and stuff. And then maybe a pet yard. Give me a cat statue item that takes 2x2 tiles. Ow, dude. Buddy, what are you doing? He just bonks me in the chin with this thing. You'll get your food in 30 minutes. Const. Let's just throw a large statue. Did I include logic for if it's 0x0? I guess there's just no collider check, huh? I don't know the intersects logic. No, I guess a width of 0. It's just going to be that 1 point, which is actually what I want. Because a 1... Yeah, because it's not that. A 1x1 would actually be a 2x2, wouldn't it? Yeah, 0x0 would be 1 tile. A 1x1 is actually... Okay. A little bit tricky, but we got it. block large statue. Large statue. A large statue. Doesn't store anything. We'll do a collider though. Which is in, hold on. Not storage config, but we'll do collider here. Which is tile.position, I think. Wait, entity change. Oh, collider size is what it's called. And we'll do a 1x1, which is actually a 2x2. What is the error here? Oh, did I copy paste it twice? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and make an artwork block large statue. I'm not really sure how the mount point is going to work out, but we'll figure it out, I think. Let's go ahead and just do this. I'll leave that. I'm gonna do a circle here. Okay, this will be our large statue. That's hard because it's a soulbound, so we can't really pick it up. I'm just gonna make it false on soulbound for now, just so I can pick it up from the loot bags on the ground. Otherwise, I have to make a recipe for it, and then I have to go craft one, and then it's kind of a pain. And it's kind of a pain. Oh, this is building. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back. I'll run you over. Oh, my shoulder. Block dash large dash statue. Block large statue. Okay. Any minute now. Any minute now. What did it have to rebuild? I'm trying to remember. I think didn't I just add the prefab? I, like, rebuilt everything. Pets. Uh-oh. Wait, where's my large statue? Is it? No. You'd think it would be right there. Did I mess up something? I'm genuinely so confused. Wouldn't it be? Oh, large statue. Oh, I have the wrong artwork. Why is it this? Ah, there we go. That's what it was. So it's this one technically. There we go. Here's our large statue to place. This one it does get centered, but we can probably fix that. It shouldn't let it place there, but it should let it place here. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Let's look at the errors. Where's my... There it is. Let's go to server. Check house block collides check failed. So this one is failing. So it's finding a collision every time. Oh, I know what it is. In this function, when we look at the block config, well, yeah, is none. We should get, oh, we get true, we get blank block config, but it still finds it. Really what we want to do up here is we want to do if block type dot is none, continue. With all right, let me go ahead and save. We'll rebuild. That way we won't have to go find the block again. And in the meantime, I'm gonna move this, the anchor point, I'm gonna move it to like there. And I wonder if it's gonna anchor to that. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Seems like it should. Whew. What's up, Chris? How's it going? How you been, buddy? Hanging out playing some OSRS? Nice. I was on a RuneScape kick a little bit ago. Like a month ago. Button down Willows. I almost bought a membership. I was like, I was about to go to the website to like buy one. And I was like, you know what? Let's think about this. 1 in 250k drop. What'd you get? What were you killing? So I'm still kind of in shock. That's awesome though. Oh, beaver pet from woodcutting? Oh, that's awesome. That's sick. I don't think I have any pets in that game. Like, I've just never gotten one. Yeah, I mean, I have a cat, but oh, look at that, it worked. So this shouldn't work. Okay, cool. That shouldn't work. This shouldn't work. That did work. I guess because it goes off. This shouldn't work. That's another weird thing is now you can walk through it. This needs to have a like a full-fledged player collider. That won't work. This won't work. That won't work. That won't work. This should work. No. 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 Yes. Blue Exterior drop is 1 in 8k or 1 in 6k, which is still a lot. Oh. Yeah, I played a bunch of Guardians of the Rift when I was playing. Back in the day, which was a fun one. But I played as an Iron Man, so it was nice to, it was a good way to get runes. It is pretty complicated. You can take damage? I've never taken damage in it. Maybe, have I? Guardians of the Rift? Is that, am I thinking of the wrong one? The rune crafting mini game. Yeah, but it's like there's so many people always doing it that you can, like, they just like, they die so fast. Yeah. I've never taken damage doing it. Or maybe they added mobs. Oh, that's like a new feature you're saying. Because I remember there was always mobs that would like run in. They're trying to kill the Guardian though. Or the big like stone golem thing or whatever. So you'd place the, what were they called? Like energy things or whatever. Combat level is 90. Yeah, I don't remember what mine is. I got to the point where like things were taking so long. I was like, this is just not fun anymore. Cool. Well, this appears to work. There's a few things like we need the actual tile collider to fill out. Let's do that really quickly. Ow. How? Trunks, you're killing me, buddy. A lot of people evade quests, which grant most initial... Oh yeah, quests are definitely the best way to start. They're kind of annoying to do, though. They have dedicated worlds for specific skills. You can go to a forestry. I never done forestry before. That was after I stopped playing. Oh, dang. Yeah, I guess that does make it more fun. They've done a good job, honestly, with keeping content fresh and stuff in that game. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we add this tile collider to it. Well, I'll make this erratic, and we'll just do, what does this take? Components? Then I can go down here, and I can do this. I can make this a 2x2. I'm interested to take on the new Jagex CEO interview from last week, talking about how they're purposely take an initial loss with removing in-app purchases from RuneScape 3. Because old school doesn't have for future games. Oh, are they making new games? Yeah, I think RuneScape 3 would die if they didn't remove stuff like that. Yeah, this one kind of sucks because it's centered. Watch the first 30 seconds. All right, hold on. We probably won't maintain the revenue we had when we make these changes. This is a new CEO? I quit RS3 when they added it. Yeah, like literally as soon as they had as soon as they did the EOC thing, I stopped playing. Maybe even before that, when they were starting to do stuff like no PKing, no trading, stuff like that, it was like, okay, like I have literally no reason to play anymore.
I'm a big believer in strengthening your strengths rather than...
Would you say the first 30 seconds? All right.
Sort of strengthening what you might feel to be weaknesses. I think people do, you know, the French make wine and the Germans make cars and Jagex makes RuneScape. We probably won't maintain the revenue that we currently are when we make these changes. That's the truth. But equally, if we're taking a 10, a 15, a 25-year view, you know, some short-term pain is probably worth the restoration of the game if we can get to that point.
It's so funny. It's so funny because they made RuneScape 3 and then like everybody plays, like what's the player counts? Player count OSRS versus RS3. I don't want an AI thing. I want like the this. Boom, 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 boom. It's weird they call it EOC. They don't call it RS3. I don't know how am I supposed to read this? There's no line here. Oh, okay. I guess it was just zoomed or something. Yeah, like look at this. How many is this? 20K? What is this, monthly active users or something? Like the entire graph is this 60, like 70K maybe here. And this is like 20K, a little over 20K. Like they put so much money into building this one, but like nobody plays it. But they probably make way more money from this one than this one because of all of the stuff they sell. Every 5 minutes, a Perl script contacts the first page of RuneScape, the front page of RuneScape, and scrapes the displayed numbers of player online. Oh, okay. You may find this unofficial website interesting. It's very interesting. You can clearly see when Fallout 4 was released. Oh, is there some big dip or something? Man, it's crazy how many years this has been. That's nuts. There was times, I guess, when EOC was above old school. Crazy. Just the game, the RuneScape 3 game is just not the MMO that I want to play. It's like you're just playing WoW. Like I might as well just play WoW or something like that. In other words, we're gonna be nice now and you guys start trusting us to extract your money from your wallet. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, they have to make money off of it. Otherwise, they can't keep making it. So like, I get it, but RS3 is just a worse game. My theory is real world trading. The market for that OSRS is like an empire. I can go to the G without a casino pot or scam buying going off every 5 seconds. It's rampant. Oh, can you? Actually, I think I've seen some OSRS texture packs, which have looked pretty good. This is crazy though. How few people play RS3. It sucks because I leveled up my accounts in RS, like they transfer your accounts to RS3 and all my accounts got wiped. I had to freaking remake a bunch. But I just played with my cousin and we would, like we just made new old school RuneScape accounts. He played way more than me and the accounts are like, not like they're like in 90s. Imagine making an MMO, I know. What a waste of time. What a freaking waste. Who would do such a thing? Imagine making an MMO and then the MMO that was made 10 years before is better. Oh, I played Mythfall for a bit. Nice. What'd you think? Did you have fun? Or was it it's kind of a hard game. This freaking little nincompoop. What are you doing, dude? Such a squeaky cat. I don't know what to do with this. All of my tile colliders are centered. Which makes it hard to do odd numbered ones. She's thinking, all right. Tell her to think happy. Think of the fun parts. Think of the best parts and then say it was amazing. You don't want to see a grown man cry. Trunks, what are you doing, buddy? How do I want to do this? I didn't see it, but I do know there were other people playing who said hi, which was nice. Nice. Yeah, people are pretty friendly. Come here. Oh. Just catch gigantic. I have freaking sand in my eyes. I swear it's not tears. Is this an integer? Yeah, this was just a bad design. I think I use this a bunch though. Maybe I don't actually. I bet I could consolidate these pretty well. Most of them are probably 1x1s. Let's just flip through really quickly. What is this one? Oh, I gotta wash my eye out. Maybe it's okay. Okay. One by one, one by one, one by one. That's a 2x2. These are all just gonna be 1x1s. 3x1. What is this? This might just be a table. Yeah, tables. What's up, Igor? How's it going? What's up, Tinspin? Just when I was wondering where you went, saw your channel on Discord, I started streaming again. Yep. Indeed. Yeah, I went on a trip, so I was gone for like 2 weeks. But I'm back now. How does your persistence code look these days? What does that mean? Where'd you go? Out to India. Hiked in the Himalayas. Yeah. It was pretty wild. There was a lot of cows too. Surprising amount of cows. Like you wouldn't believe. Just everywhere. It was a cool place though. How many Americans? Like none. There's so few Americans that like people would like see us and like want to take pictures with us. What's up, Acosta? How's it going? How you been? How you doing? I've recently gained knowledge about struct packing and Golang. It's working similarly to low-level languages like C, C++, Rust, or Zig. Yeah, that's some cool stuff, huh? You can even do, I think in C you can do it more. You can do like pragma pack, I think, and it'll pack in. Oh, I'm Zach. I changed my name. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of everybody, especially when you guys change your names or you have different names in Discord and stuff. Yeah, but in C you can do pragma pack. Use it, you know. What's up, Trixie? Face cam reveal. How's it going? All good? All good, yeah. Bring back the hot tub stream. I've been doing face cam consistently. I mean, I did it when I very first started streaming. And but now I'm doing it more consistently, which is good, I think. Where do you find a Himalayan cat? You find him laying on the couch. Gosh. Gosh, what a joke. That was definitely a dad joke for sure. I'm a little worried that you've got kids too. 5x3. I might just change the code for this to anchor, instead of center anchoring it, anchor it to the bottom left-hand corner. And then just like fix them one by one if they need to be fixed. Dun, 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 dun. Pre-delete. You find him laying on the couch. I've used the map struct straight from sockets in C. Oh, nice. Just revive invites and straight up cast void, something you expect. That's cool. Do you think you can reduce memory footprint by reordering your struct contents? I do it sometimes for, like, I'm conscientious about it for things where I have like a bunch of them in a really big array or something like that. I'll be a little bit more careful about it, like put all my booleans together, stuff like that. But a lot of times I just order them based off of like some meaningful order. I don't actually like go in and fiddle with the memory that much. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely like wasted space. It's always hard to tell how big of a deal it is when you only have a few of them, you know? Receive, not revive. Did you know using the memory in APIs? Is there any? I thought they didn't. I thought they didn't add those. Yeah, they didn't get added, I thought. I am on Go 1.25 now. Golang? The problem is you find a bunch of like you find a bunch of people's like own little implementations. .20 memory arenas are amazing. Man, my freaking eye. They got sand in it. I thought they didn't get added. But now I see a video where, but this is just clickbait, I think. No judgment, but I'm pretty sure it is. If there's memory arenas, I would know about it. What is this? Using memory arenas to improve performance. No way. Arena. Unless it was it might have been an experimental thing that they didn't end up adding. Is this live? I'm so confused now. Arena. Did I just like miss the release of this? My eyes. Did I just miss like them adding memory arenas? Yeah, okay, Go experiment arenas. Yeah, it was just experimental. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think they added it live. I think it's just an experimental feature right now. I didn't play for too long yet, so I don't know if I can tell you anything useful, but it was fun so far. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you kind of enjoyed it. Grep release notes? Yeah, we'll see if my autocomplete finds it. What's a function? Arena.arena. We'll do arena.newArena. My finger's on the wrong button. Yeah, at least GoLSP doesn't know about it. Like, it's not finding this one. I think it's just an experimental feature right now. Just based off the fact that there's a build tag. Where is it? That there's a build tag for Go experiment arenas that you have to add to get access to it. But right now, yeah, for the last 3 years. Well, because I remember there being a blog post like this year where it was like, we're backburnering memory arenas because they couldn't find like a proper way to implement them, I guess, with the runtime. So they just kind of gave up for now. Oh my goodness, I swear. This is a challenge of living in Florida. Just get sand in your eyes sometimes. The problem is the sand gets in your eyebrows, and then you shake, something shakes, and then they fall into your eyes. Big chunks. I think it's gone though. Or it's in there. It's like it's in the corner though, so I think I'm good. Till it falls down a little bit further. Bum 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 bum. All right, so we'll do this. We'll just go ahead and rewrite this collision function for tile map. Instead of centering it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna anchor to the left. Why is Florida exposed to sand dissolved in air? No, it's you go to the beach and you get sand in your eyebrows. I'm sure it happens other places too, but let me complain. Yeah, I go outside actually. See, look at the sunburn. Can you guys see that? Do do do. That's called a sunburn. If you go outside long enough, the sun, it's really bright, and your skin peels off. Yeah, it's kind of like how reptiles shed their skin. You guys have seen Mark Zuckerberg, right? Yeah, you're familiar with that, I think. The sun is a deadly laser. Yeah, but instead of one point, it hits all the points. Kind of like a flashlight. Less like a laser, more like a flashlight. But a really bright flashlight. Do, 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 do. Kind of like a really bright flashlight. I networked this? Tile colliders? No way. Why? Huh. You network tile collider for barriers? No, I used to. Was it for barriers, maybe? Maybe I had it for barriers? The thing is I have this networked prefab object that I send over, and I can embed whatever I want into it. Barriers did used to be networked, but now they're not. Proper sunburn leaves blisters. Yeah, I've actually never gotten a second degree sunburn. I've only ever gotten like light skin peeling. How I do barriers though is I network the room, which is just one object, which knows the boundary of the room, and then it places barriers for the whole thing. How is light skin peeling not second degree burn? Seems pretty bad, not gonna lie. There's like, when you get blisters, that's second degree, I think. First degree, I think, is just skin peeling. I don't want to Google this because it might be like kind of graphic. Second degree sunburn is a burn that affects the second layer of skin in addition to the outer layer. Yeah, it's like bubbly. I'm not going to show it because it's pretty gross, but this is just first degree. First degree sounds worse than second degree, doesn't it though? Because it's like first degree murder. But on sunburns, it's opposite, I guess. Yeah, I think it might have been for barriers. I don't know, but that's something that I can get rid of for sure. Save myself some bites. I mean, I can just go through all the prefabs and see where I add tile collider and see if I need to network it anymore. Because I used to network colliders, but I ended up embedding that into the network prefab object. Because it's not something that changes. Like I would never change the collider dynamically, so. It's funny how I have a remove tile collider, but I don't have an add. Can you force Golang garbage collector to reclaim memory? Yeah. You can manually run the garbage collector. First degree murder is when the victim doesn't. Oh, I was trying to read that seriously, and that really threw me off. When the victim doesn't get skin blisters, makes sense. It just affects the the first layer of skin. That's first degree murder. At least in the United States. Remove tile collider. I probably do set title, don't I? It's weird I can't find it in here. My LSP is kind of. So effectively you can manage memory manually and go with make. All right, I'll wait for you to come back. Wait, yeah, why can't I find it here? It must be down here somewhere. Pre-delete. Oh, update, there we go. Update tile map collider with collider pre-write. Yeah, we basically go through all the tiles and add in. uBlock is actually blocking Twitch ads for me right now. Nice. I have like uBlock Lite now. Because uBlock Origin got blocked, I use Chromium. Let's see here. We go from X to use Firefox. I'm not a big Firefox fan for whatever reason. Too many pop-ups. Actually, no, Chromium's been popping up. It's like, do you want to add shortcuts? Like, never. Wait, how do I, how is this not already anchored to the bottom left? Tile position. Because I don't go negative direction, do I? No, I just go from X to there. Set tile? Is there something with that? No, that would be so weird. Bottom left anchoring is weird to me. Top left is the obvious choice. That's just how I have my tiles going. It's like first quadrant. I'm so confused by this. Like, I'm trying to figure out some kind of justification for why this wouldn't be already anchored there. Ow. Welcome back, buddy. How was Minecraft Con? Yeah, stop yelling at us. Jeez. Like, there's no way that this isn't. Disappointing in length, but some nice features were introduced. Nice. Are you a big Minecraft player? One, two, three. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe 3. That is what she said, isn't it? Why? Ow, more sand dropped in. Man, this is so confusing. I don't know why this would be. Let me give my cats wet food while I think about this. This is a tricky one. I might go wash my eyes too. I'll be right back. All right, I washed my left eye. I love the Hawaii shirts. They're like fishing shirts. Actually, my friend like left them at my house and I just stole them. Does that pillow thing actually do anything? The one on my back? Or the one at the neck pillow? If I'm really lazy, then it's kind of whatever. The problem with this chair is it's like too big. Like I sink back too far in it. So it's nice to have myself off of the back of the chair. Which is why I bought this little like muscle pillow thing. So yeah, I'd say it does something. Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's it is anchored, but it's anchored to the top right. I kind of want to try one of those weird Scandinavian shrimp chairs that force you to sit properly. I have heard that if you don't have a back on your chair, it could help. What if I do minus? I want to open the editor. I want to see how I decided to do. Because I thought it was X positive, Y positive. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's how it is. I really don't understand this. But it does seem like it's anchoring the top right. X pause, and we go up. Oh, here it is. I shift it left. This is where I center it. Okay, that solves it. It's just that. All right, we'll do this. We'll do, we're not gonna move this. Yeah, the width stays the same. The width and height stay the same. It's just about the anchor point. It's kind of hard though, because all of my sprites are center anchored. Or like they have mount points, I guess. Let's just see how this does. Where is this? It's collider. We'll just remove the offsetting. Scandinavian shrimp chair. This? You would sit in this thing? Only 4,000 euros. And it can be yours. They do look comfy. Oh, kneeling chair. Oh, this? That's kind of cool. Oh, this is tile ID. This is a width of 5. That's so strange. You'd think it'd be a 3, 1. I guess it's a little bit wider. The problem though is I'm pretty sure the collider is going to be like this. Go back. Let's rebuild that. But I guess if I set the mount point correctly, it's okay. But it is a little bit weird to set the mount point over here rather than in the middle. Because then if it's interactable, I really want the mount point over here, you know? Kind of a tricky one. It's like I want the mount point in 2 different spots for 2 different reasons. What I might do is I might just make the tile collider have some kind of I don't know. I'm trying to think of like some offset or something. Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's see how bad the collider feels. Yeah, the collider's like over here now. The problem is it anchors like there. It anchors on like this tile. But then this one up here should feel okay, I think. Like now this one's correct. Why is it so high though? Oh, I guess I didn't make this very tall. I just made it 32 by 32. What's the next big topics on your roadmap kind of list? This is what I've done so far this patch. I want to do the housing thing to add chests and stuff like that. I want to do like maybe a pet yard, maybe a bookshelf for different storage chests to kind of migrate away from the bank. I also reversed the order of the bank's now over here. Bank's over here. Housing area is going to be like over here. So it'll be a little bit closer to the sphere. So you don't have to run all the way past the bank to get to your stuff anymore. But then other than that, it's content stuff. It's like redoing Oasis Sands, redoing Misty Peak, and then all the tier 5 biomes. And what else? Yeah, it's just that, and then it's balancing, adding new items, stuff like that. That'll be the next while. Once I do this, I'll get back to that sort of stuff. I just wanted to add this stuff because I didn't want to jump in straight into like a whole biome creation thing. Feels like I should be able to get closer, but I really can't. But it's not blocking that tile, I guess, which is good. Maybe I'm never able to get that close. I mean, this seems pretty close. I don't know. But this one, the collider on this is good. It's just the collider on everything else is going to be wrong now. Like it thinks that it's just anchored there. These were all single. What is this one? I wonder what the collider is on these, or if I can I don't even know if they have a collider actually. Oh, they're 1x1. Okay, that's okay. Most things were 1x1s, so it's like doesn't really affect anything, but like tables. This should be a 3x1. I guess the collider goes this way though. Really all I have to do is put the anchor point to the left. Yeah. I'm trying to see what's what. Yeah, that's broken. These are probably broken, yeah. Still can't get in there though. The storeroom. Let's see what's in here. Same stuff. I guess that's not too terrible. The one downside though is by putting the anchor point on this tile, now the interactable collider is like left, is anchored there as well, rather than being in the center of the sprite. So my options are either I add a offset to the collider or I add an offset to the tile collider. But if I add it to the tile collider, I really can't fix that, can I? Oops. Whoops. C40. Oops. 32, 48. Whatever. Wrong one. I'm just trying to think, if I make the anchor point like more in the center, but I just shift the tile collider down. By a certain amount, that could maybe just work. Where would this be? It'd be like down here or something. The problem is now it's not placed correctly. Would it be? Do 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 do. Oops, I keep going way too far. Yeah, see, like now it's not centered. But I could certainly shift over the collider. I could just change the interaction Maybe that's the thing to do. Change the interaction collider to be centered, not on the mount point. Which is really just adding a add and offset field to the collider object. Then you can have like, it's just weird because like for the player collider, for example, I have it centered on the mount point. Then for this one, I need to move the mount point down here so that it snaps correctly. But then now the interaction collider is like all messed up. Then you can center. All right, interaction. Then you can center interaction colliders for housing blocks manually because they need to snap to tiles. Snap to tiles. I think that makes sense. That's probably the best option. Because visually I wanted to snap. Tile collision wise, I wanted to snap. It's just the interaction part is the only thing that's gonna be wrong. And then for everything that's tile snapped, I'll just tile snap to the bottom left-hand corner, which is pretty easy to do, you know? It would just be like down here or something. Here we go. 1 pixel up. Voila. Yes, I mean, it only really matters for really big ones. But like, you can see that the interaction collider is like shifted to the left of the center of this thing. I feel like that works. This really only matters for like big crafting blocks though. But anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. Sorry for the short one. 2.5 hours, not bad. I'm just worn down today. Too much activities, too jet lagged. But we'll get back to it. We'll have some longer streams next week, I'm sure. But anyways, thank you all for stopping in. For a nice little welcome. It's good to be back. Much more to come. Lots more to do. But one task at a time. Anyways, I hope to see you all next time. And have